Quentin Tarantino, the Knoxville, Tennessee native whose father left him when he was born, leading him to grow sympathy for 17% of the African Americans residing in his city of Knoxville, potentially leading to a modern classic film like Django, is one of the most influential and talented filmmakers of modern cinema, if not cinema in general. Generalized racial stereotypes aside, the incredible thing about Quentin Tarantino is that no matter what genre of film he's making, you always see something that will instantly let you know that you're watching a Tarantino film. Obviously, the repeated showings of bare feet in his film is a go-to obvious one, but it goes much deeper than Margot Robbie's propped up souls in a cinema screening. But what goes deeper than Margot Robbie, you ask? Well, if you guess Mrs. Wallace, then I can neither confirm or deny the answer. But due to the overexposure of racial stereotypes, I'm sure we all think we know what the answer is when we encounter the mandingo of a being that is Marcellus Wallace. But due to me not wanting cancel culture to go medieval on my ass, I'm going to have to skip racial stereotypes and say that the correct answer is that trunks are deeper, or the car boot for the British audience that are thinking of elephant noses instead of the back of a car where Quentin Tarantino has used several of his iconic trunk shots, which you could now say that has become a trope of his. What's so special about the trunk shots, you ask? Oh, you didn't ask. Well, neither did the officer when he was put in the trunk in the car with Reservoir Dogs, which felt horrible for the officer when he was revealed in the film, but triumphant for the band of thieves. But how did it work like that? That's the beauty of the trunk shot. It's a way to help the audience sympathize with the characters as the camera is put in a position where we feel like we're in a film as the actors are looking at us, almost involving the audience in the scene, with just merely an angle and positioning of both cameras and actors.
You know something, you rich? I think this just might be my masterpiece.
Perfectly crafting the scene almost as perfectly as the mood created with the music selection from Quentin Tarantino throughout his films. Tarantino treats music like seasoning for films. Is it necessary? No. Does it make it much better and highly more tolerable? The answer to that question should be obvious, and if it isn't, you're probably the type of person who thinks salt and pepper and gravy are the only seasonings necessary, in which case, don't breed. You'll just end up de-evolving our race. The music selection is perfectly fitting for the mood, whether it's music for the character itself enjoying what he's listening to, or the music that doesn't specifically fit. Like, who in the right mind would have Rick Ross playing in a Wild Western film? A Spanish tango in a showdown between an American widowed bride and an Asian American assassin crime boss. Or country folk when slicing off an ear is torture. Pretty violent, which perfectly segues into another Tarantino trope: violence.
You think that God came down from heaven and stopped that?
Oh, what the fuck's happening? Oh, man, man.
Oh, man, I shot Marvin in the face.
Name one Tarantino film which doesn't include a scene without blood, gore, and violence. You can't. And why is that, you ask?
Because it's so much fun, Chan. Get it?
As simple as that, honestly. You couldn't have made the point more clear. The same way you couldn't make it way more clear that Quentin has a particular interest, well, fetish, for a particular body part. Can any of you guess which the body part that is? Well, if you've given up in answering that and had to admit defeat, you already know the answer. Everyone does. Considering Quentin is a bit of a foot connoisseur, and if his discography of foot shots are some of Hollywood's most beautiful women, then the fact that he has affianced and married a woman with a 5-star rating on Wikifeet it should come as no surprise that he has perfectly filmed, framed, shot, and experienced free for the big screen to the point where he has even drunk champagne off the toes of the beautiful Salma Hayek. He finessed it, honestly. He had a fetish, and he displayed it, and enjoyed it to the max. Thanks for watching the video, I guess. You just wasted like 5-6 minutes of your time, so I'm sorry.